welcome back. Say Less Tips time. Another big round of footy brought to you by another amazing round of the NRL. Well done to the NRL for the draw this round, for this year. I say it every week, and I'll keep saying it. Always action-packed. The ladder, as it stands, where are we? The Sharks. Sharks on top of the ladder, followed by the Storm. The Dolphins in third. Who would have thought that? The Panthers sitting in the top four. Seagulls, Broncos, Raiders, Cowboys. That is your top 8. The bottom 9. Dragons just outside on points difference. Warriors fall outside the 8. Roosters, Bulldogs, Tigers, Eels, Knights, Rabbitohs, Titans. Looking at those bottom 4, is that going to be the bottom 4 at the end of the year? Look, in my opinion, I think so.
Bottom 4 or bottom 5?
Nah, bottom 4.
Don't include the Tigers.
You're doing the Tigers to be in there, mate.
Mate,
I mean, they're pretty close to home down there.
Why you gotta always do us dirty, mate? Like,
Doing
get
you
off the
dirty,
Tigers' back.
Up the Storm. Let's go.
Yeah. Go Storms.
Yeah, sure.
Two of us aren't happy with that.
Light work.
Oh, look, it's we're 8 rounds into a 25, 26?
Yeah, 26.
26 rounds. Yeah, we're what, quarter of the way? I don't know. My math is correct. It's not a quarter, but it's pretty close. Anyway, what are we doing? We are going to go back over our tips for last week, and I can honestly say we all had absolute shockers. Mate, if you tipped well last week, you just don't get rugby league.
Yep. Word around work is anyone can do a podcast. Anyone can do a footy podcast.
It's not just about tipping; it's about turning up, giving the viewers what they want.
Facts.
Creating content. I urge you all to start a podcast. Come on down. Come on down to the beautiful studio here at Focal House, Burleigh. Start your own podcast.
Good lads.
Alrighty, let's hit on our tips for last week. First game, Storm versus Roosters. Myself and Preston took the Storm.
Baby.
Look, Brendo took the Roosters, but you got to stick by your team.
Exactly.
That's it. Stand by.
Warriors versus Dragons. We all took the Warriors, and we all took the absolute L on that one.
Yeah, that was
followed up by we all took the Eels over the Dolphins, and the Dolphins pulled our pants down.
spanked us.
Yeah.
Give us a little kiss.
Spanking.
What? Oh,
Red cheeks.
wow.
The next game, the Mighty Tigers up against Panthers. The boys jumped off my Tigers and took the Panthers.
Good idea.
Yeah,
Just,
great idea. Got to stand by your team.
Yeah, stand by your team. I'll be tipping the Tigers every single week. Just FYI. Stay true. On to the Manly versus Titans, and Preston jumped on the Titans, and they almost got the chocolates.
Oh, nearly.
But Manly
We couldn't believe
came
that
out
at the
on
time,
top.
bro.
Yeah.
We couldn't even believe it.
Well, the only reason I just thought, man, surely they got momentum. Surely, I'll be honest. I would even pick the Titans this week. Maybe. Let me think about it.
Yes. Hey, you know what? Stranger things have happened. We obviously saw a couple of big upsets this week. Broncos versus Raiders. Myself and Preston took the Broncos.
Spanking.
Brendo went outside onto the Raiders as they did beat the Broncos in the same game last year. But the Broncos played very, very well. And even without Payne Haas and Adam Reynolds, who are coming back this week. Preview. Whoop. Bulldogs versus Knights.
Spoiler.
Myself and Brendan took the Bulldogs, and Preston took the Knights.
Yeah, they're on form. They're looking good. That
And
left wing.
and in the final game, I took the Cowboys. You boys took the Sharks. The Sharks got it done.
Upper Sharkies.
So, looking at the count, I believe I picked 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4.
I think we all went 4 each, isn't it? Something like that.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Brendo, and 4 for Preston. We all got 4. Well, a very mid-round for all of us. Wow.
Mid.
Very mid.
Very mid. Look, we'll be back this round. There's some big games. But you know what? It's time to swing for the fences. Like, we'll do our tips at the end. Stick around or fast forward, whatever you want to do. Just watch all the way through. Comment down below. Drive that algorithm. Get around it. Anyway, let's pump into the games. First game, Yeah, Anzac game. 2 p.m. Warriors at home versus the Titans. What's the big ins? I mean, Kurt Capewell's out. There's a lot of ins. Tuapiki and Dylan Walker onto the extended reserves bench. Or is Dylan Walker onto the interchange, sorry. And Zion
Go on.
Mayu?
Who?
Zion Mayu comes onto the bench for his debut for the Warriors. Big talk around. Sorry, I can't say your name properly. My bad, but big talk around this young man.
Zion.
Oh, where's my man? Oh, Jacob Laban starting in the back row.
Oofed.
Oh, this is just the way the Warriors played last week and the way the Titans played. AJ back to 1 as well. He played well there last week with obviously Jaden Campbell. Almost said Preston. Jaden Campbell being out injured again. Mate, this could go either way. Like, obviously, I'm the biggest Sean Johnson fanboy going around, and Tamari Martin just came in and sort of replaced Metcalf very well. Roger was a little bit quiet the last couple of weeks. I don't know. Like, like I want to get on the Warriors, but this could be the week for the Titans.
I think now realizing it's Anzac, I'm going the Warriors. Like Anzac, and they've been getting not smashed. It was close last year, I think, but they've been versing the Storm for how many years in Anzac Day, and they've just. I remember going to the Anzac Days nearly every year back in Melbourne, and they were like 50s and 40s every single game. So I feel like Warriors this week, especially at home on Anzac Day, and yeah, Titans still have a bit of momentum, but I just feel like. Yeah, I forgot it was Anzac Day, and yeah, Warriors are going to get over.
They're planning the biggest Anzac Day in New Zealand ever for like a celebration around this game.
Huge. Yeah, I think a home game advantage for that as well. The Gold Coast boys got to travel over there. Weather's a little bit different over there as well, which the Warriors are used to. But the Warriors crowd, when the boys are underperforming, the crowd is dull. It's very, very quiet. But when they're on, that crowd, that stadium shakes.
And the commentator, he's cool as.
Yep. Yeah, he's cool. I think, $4.60 for the Titans to win.
Nah.
Gamble responsibly.
Oh, you can chuck a tenner on that. You know what I mean? But I'd be going up the was.
I'm still on the fence. But let's move on to the next game. Dragons up against Roosters. 4 o'clock on Friday. Wait, mate. Sorry, there's two games on Thursday.
Two Anzac. Wow. Yeah. Anzac Day.
Yeah.
The Anzac jerseys are out as well.
It's Dragons versus Roosters. Anzac
that
Day.
is, that is history.
Double header. Look, it doesn't matter where these teams are on the ladder. It's always a big game. They always perform against each other. Tuipulotu was played massive for the Dragons. Didn't give him a shout out in the review show, but he came on. He filled in onto the wing and played really well for the Dragons. It's just Zach Lomax. Obviously, he's not going up against Joe Manu. They're on opposite sides. That would have been great, but still against Sawali, a couple of big leapers up against each other. That's going to be a good contest. Dom Young is back. Sam Walker's back.
Yep. Su'a Wong.
Massive.
Angus Crichton played 80 minutes last week, so probably going to do about the same. Jaden Stewart has been huge. I don't know. It's this is another coin flip for me. I'm still undecided. Obviously, Brendo, you're going to be on the Roosters.
Yeah, but this game between Roosters and Dragons every year for the Anzacs is historic for us. It's such a good battle every single year. Obviously I'm actually on the fence on this one because. You got Lomax playing incredibly good at the minute. Sully's obviously getting his ear in. But yeah, obviously I'm tipping my boys. I've got to back the boys, but
I've got a little omen for you that might actually give you a win. Look at Curtis's hat over there. It's got a big cock on it.
Oh. Cover that.
You can't see it. It's obviously out of shot, but it's
pretty big.
Got a big rooster on it.
It's pretty big.
That's a lovely rooster. Yeah. Check it out. Oh yeah, up the cocks.
Wow.
That's beautiful stuff.
No explicit content here. What do you reckon, Preston?
Yeah, I don't really have much to say on the team list. I'm pretty sure I'd go Roosters.
I mean, Dom Young back in is going to be great.
Yeah, it is. It is like I said, it's an Anzac clash. So and Dragons do come out well, but I feel like Roosters have to come back after a loss to the Storm last week and a tough one as well. So I reckon they'll come back firing.
And it's an Allianz.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
The modern day cauldron, apparently, according to Dan Gannett.
That's the bee's knees.
Absolutely not. All right. So, I was going to say on to Friday, but it's a triple header on Anzac Day.
What?
Thursday night.
Let's go.
I don't want
I
to
did
work.
not even know that.
Mate, I'm taking Thursday off.
I want to take it.
Storm Rabbits.
I've got Thursday off. No, I don't. Damn.
No, you don't.
Call in sick, Tommy. Sorry, mate.
Storm versus Rabbits. Look,
Big game.
I mean, lots of big ins coming back in for the Rabbits.
Big win.
Look, who's back in? Damien Cook.
Jai
Huge
Arrow.
Jai Arrow. But he's
Huge.
Dunko.
Sean Kepi and Tallis Duncan. Who's out? Sorry, obviously
Tavita
can't read.
Totola and
Yeah,
Monroe.
Obviously Latrell's still out with his suspension. Right out in the farm, and Tari just living it up.
Living it.
Pappenhausen versus Jai Gray in the fullback position. That is like, as a young footy player coming in, playing his second grade or first grade ever, and you're playing up against Paps on the other
Flying
position.
mullet.
Oh my god, I'd be starstruck. I'd be out there thinking to myself, how am I on the same field as this gentleman?
It's gonna be good. It's because Jai Gray's smaller, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Paps is smaller as well.
I think Jai Gray's the smallest in the NRL.
No way.
Nah,
Really?
he's gonna be up there with
I thought Nicarima was the
Trey Fuller.
smallest.
Trey Fuller's pretty short too.
I'm pretty sure Jai Gray,
Jay Gray,
170 centimeters.
Andre Ooft.
What's that in the old language?
Booster seat worthy.
Wow. Fucking those are glass houses, mate.
Oh please.
He's the. Oh yeah, Trey Fuller's and Jai Gray are the same size.
Yeah, I thought so.
Both 5'7".
Also, Jai Gray from Runaway Bays Junior Club is a
True.
Queenslander.
Oh,
Mad. Oh,
Future.
shout out.
is it your
Shout out
first?
to
Is your
Bay.
first?
Shout out to
It's your
Bay.
first grade club though, isn't it?
No.
Oh, it's
Isn't it?
first club.
Wait,
Yeah.
Runaway Bay, did you
You
say?
know when they used to get up there and they'd be like, "Oh, bloody Shellhaven Sharks" or whatever, like and they
Oh,
used to say at the
To be
start.
fair, fucking English did
That
this
one.
changeover. A few other players have all done the changeover.
Shout out Runaway Bay.
Look, with the halves with Melbourne sort of back together and doing really well, like I just what's Jonah Pezzett going to do? Like, is he gonna wait in the wings behind and even Tyrone Wishart is, I mean, he's a utility, but he's a half. Like, are you going to wait behind Hughes and Munster, who are never going to leave Melbourne? Like, those two young halves are going to be, they're going to test their market value over the next year or so.
I did see that Titans try to throw some money at Jonah Pezza and he said, "No, I want to stay at Melbourne." Like, I think midway last year or around this time this year. So
Why would you want to leave Melbourne at the minute though? Like,
you got Sewell as well, who's locked down on a bigger contract as well. Who's like, "Yeah, I'll sit behind Paps and wait." And even Paps has said, "When it's Sewell's time, I'll move anywhere to accommodate for that." So it's a good system. Why would you leave a system like that? Like,
yeah.
there's no point. Like, yeah, okay, you get starting minutes, but then you go to, say, the Titans and you just don't excel anymore. Let's say you give it that time.
I mean, the same conversation was around, a few of the Panthers players when they left over the last couple of seasons now.
But they were pretty
but
peaked.
they
they were already peaked.
Yeah, they were already peaked. This
Like,
is
kick out and
biding
all
your
that.
time, and your footy career is a very short time of your life. So do you want to get out there and start earning that big dollars? Because if you're in a sort of a fringe top 30 spot, reserve grade, like what are you getting paid? 100, 150
Well, as a young fella, that's it. Are you in it for the money, or are you in it to compete and
exactly.
put your name out there?
And that's what they're showing. Going, okay, I'll sit behind these players and give it a bit more time. And
Yeah, but back yourself. Like I'm going to go to another team and I'm going to make a difference. Like
yeah, true. It's
there
hard.
is so many young halves coming through. Like I say at every podcast, there's so much depth, and they're like, there's no halves. Like you're either half in your 30s or you're half in your 18, 19, 20. Like
True.
Like,
It's no in the middle.
Like who's in the middle? Nathan Cleary, 25.
Yep.
He goes all right.
Yeah, he's not too bad, eh?
Yeah. Because he started young. So when you hit that 25, you're absolutely on.
100%.
All right. Friday. We do have a Friday game.
Really?
Manly versus Eels. Always a great clash. Ethan Sanders, this is the young man I've been talking about. He is coming in. They've named him at 6 and Dylan Brown at 7. I feel like they're going to maybe swap the roles around. I mean, he seems like more of a controlling 7 from sort of what I've heard. I want to get on Manly here. I just think the Eels, didn't they already play this year? Was it didn't the Eels
round
beat
2?
Yeah,
Did they?
Didn't the
Yeah.
Eels already beat Manly?
Oh, they
Round
did.
2
they
or round
did.
3? One of those rounds.
But now this is actually at Four Pines or the old Brookie.
Yep.
Just obviously the Eels were just terrible last week, and Brad Arthur will put an absolute rocket up them. But Seagulls, great attack. They just obviously they got Aloi and Sipley back as well. Wait, where is Sipley? Is he not? Oh, did he get suspended for 2 games? Sorry, my bad. No Sipley, just Aloi.
I mean, as good as the Manly are at the minute, they've got some holes in defense. I feel
Yeah.
anyway. I mean, to
With
let
the
the Titans get
Titans,
through
yeah.
30 points on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but they've got a few back in.
But
and
Para's the same. Like, they let in how many points with the
40.
Dolphins?
yeah,
So,
some of the journos out there are trying to say it was the climate, and that's why they lost. They just weren't used to the Darwin
Bear.
conditions.
Come on.
They're both playing in the same conditions.
100%. That's exactly it.
Sivo back in. Makahisi Makatoa. This might be his first game for the year, or we might have played round 1. And Kalmatualagi comes back in as well. Remember Greg? Remember he was almost starting.
he's good.
But he's on the extended reserve bench. I've also heard that Gutho is in doubt, and Blaze Talangi's on the extended reserves because he could come in and play fullback.
Gutho's had his knee
Drained fluid
drained
from it.
Yeah, but there's something else going on there. 'Cause bro's had 2 ACL reconstructions in the past. He's draining his knee apparently frequently throughout the season.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
That's harsh.
yeah, there's something else going on there behind the scenes that
yeah.
there's-
Well, obviously it's not for the public to know about, but like Parramatta play better with Gutho. Like you don't have Gutho and you don't have Mitch Moses. I don't think you're winning a game. Like,
No, mate.
like
True.
you're basically like a floaty in the ocean. You're just going to drift off forever because you've got no direction. He's Mr. 150% every time. Like he's an absolute competitor. I'd love to have Gutho on any team they play in.
Man, some of the smack he was talking to the young Jack Bostock last week was hilarious. And then I think, Jack Bostock copped like a little knee on the try line from Gutho, and Gutho was basically just like, "Get up yourself, pretty cool."
Yeah, exactly.
and then Gutho went down injured in like the last 10 minutes to go after Jack Bostock just scored his hat trick, and I was thinking to myself, "Bostock, do it, go tell him."
Nah, didn't have the minerals.
Minerals.
Alrighty, on to Super Saturday, 5:30 p.m.
Oh,
Tigers
yes.
versus Broncos at Campbelltown. Tigers
Exciting.
is having an absolutely shocking record at Campbelltown. Excited to see this young man, Solomon Alamalo, who comes in for Junior Tupou with a broken foot. I'm really excited to see what he can do. I like Naden and Olam in the centres up against Jetty Arthur's moved in the centres and up with Tony Staggs. So the centre matchup will be good. This will be great. Jock Madden against his old team. And obviously, Lockie Galvin, another game under the bench. Payne Haas and Adam Reynolds back, especially Payne Haas being back. This is
We got Mam and Cobbo out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
I mean,
Could
you
come
get 2
back.
and you lose 2.
oh, sorry, you get 3 because Brendan Piacora is back.
Copy that. Oh yeah.
Oh, Sam Fino into the second row. Like Sam Fino has been absolutely huge in the forwards for the Tigers. John Bateman had his best game playing at centres last week. He was in everything. Oh, IPAP just needs some more fitness. Like when you watch this game, watch him bludging out on the wing. He gets in and he makes some runs, but like, do you remember when he was playing? What was it 2 years ago at Parramatta? And he was just hitting those holes. Like, mate, he makes tackles, but like, he's just. I don't know. And you got Fainu in the 14. Like, what are you going to do? Where are you going to bring him on? Like, it's just I want to, like, he looks like a good footy player. It's just like, you're not going to take off Lockie Galvin. Are you going to take off Aiden Caesar? Like, he's even got a kicking game. You don't want to take off Appy. Like, I guess it is good cover. But what I would have done last week, instead of putting Bateman out into the centres, I would have brought Fainu on in the centres. That he ends up coming on with 10 minutes to go when the game's gone and plays plays like a 14, like a lock role.
Man,
Anyway,
he's got to get rid of David Clemmer.
oh,
Oh my
gotta
God,
go. He's got to go.
does Newcastle want him back? Like, do
No,
the
no one
Raiders
wa-
want him?
no one
Like,
No one wants him.
But
like,
the Tigers.
there's got to be a big young forward. Like, surely Justin Matamua or like someone. There's big young forwards. I know it's hard to have an 18-year-old prop, but like, there's got to be some big young. Maybe that's where the shortage in the game is, because obviously the big news
Big man.
last week was Fisher Harris going across to
Warriors.
the Warriors, and then Penrith looking to target Big Stefano from the Tigers. Like, where do you find a good prop?
That is true.
They're all aging. Maybe this is where we're struggling with depth in the game. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
halves are plenty.
Just-
Fullbacks are plenty.
Yeah.
Props are lacking of.
everyone wants
else is
the
there?
glory positions. No one wants the hard work positions. And speaking of hard work, Paddy Carrigan, just that tough middle player, just a leader, just Carrigan. See, going back to our Origin chats from before, like Paddy Carrigan is someone that like first guy picked in Origin.
Yep.
100%.
Just
Easy.
agree with that. Easy.
Like you know what you're going to get from him every single time. Like
Hard worker.
yeah, hard work. He's going to get around the boys. Like he just loves rugby league.
Yeah.
You just want to see it.
He loves footy.
Like I'm shaking in my boots this week. I'm going to tip the Tigers, but like, to be honest,
It's an easy win for the boys.
You know what we forgot to talk about? Kibra clash out back. Reece Walsh versus Dream Buller. It's going to be good. I can't wait to see that. Obviously, Dream's way bigger than Reece, but, Reece with the speed, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good clash. It's always a good clash with all fullbacks anyway. But
and obviously Reece is a little bit further along in his career, like a season or two.
yeah, they're still pretty close. And,
Dream the Dream, though, is playing well.
yeah, I know. That's what we call Dream the Dream.
But when you watch a game, he's having to bring back too many tough carries.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Charlie Staines couldn't carry my shopping in, and Tupou
carry my shopping.
Tupou was bringing back carries. He's broken his foot, so obviously we're depending on a rookie to take a bit of pressure off Doreen.
Olam Naden, surely.
Olam's always after they've taken the ball, they've brought it back. The first run is always Olam.
Look, I think if Lockie Gal can get out there and direct his boys like he was doing a few weeks ago, the game before he got suspended, then I think they have a good chance.
Yeah.
But
Season needs a good kicking game, and he's up against the best kicking game in the competition in Reynolds.
one of
Just hopefully Reynolds could stay fit. Like Reynolds when he's fit and he's just humming like
Bro's,
Broncos
yeah.
unstoppable.
He's just a broken body.
That's probably why the South moved him on a couple of years ago. Anyway,
No, he moved on for the
extended contract.
no.
I don't know, but yes.
Whatever.
The team culture is shit.
Look. Alrighty, on to the Cowboys-Panthers game. This should... if the Cowboys can turn up for this will be huge. So many big ins for the Panthers. Obviously, the Prince of Penrith is back. Nathan Cleary. Taylor May is back after... Who knows?
Speeding.
It's some silly sort of stuff. And obviously, what do we got? We got Maverick Geyer and Tyrone Peachy onto the extended reserves bench. Brad Snyder, after a good cover for Nathan, he'll probably come back in a few weeks when Origin's picked. So Schneider's been pretty good, and Alamotti as well filled in really well. Look, the probably the best thing in the team list for the Cowboys here is our man we've spoken about since round one, Thomas McKaylee, is onto the interchange bench.
Yes.
Thomas McKaylee, he is going to
Big
rip a
McKaylee.
tear.
Let's go.
Who drops out of there? It's your man, just Chevsky?
Ja- yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say his name. Sorry.
Young Jack. Jack with a mullet.
Young Jack.
Yeah, young Jack. Oh, but we struggle with pronunciations on this podcast, but hey, you know what? At least we try.
Feed me for saying caliper.
Forgot about that.
The B is silent.
Yeah. You got Scotty Drinkwater, Dylan Edwards up against each other. That'll be huge. Scotty Drinkwater's been on form this season. He's looking good. But Dylan Edwards is just that classic, can do everything
Dylan
every
Edwards.
week,
But, yeah,
every season, without a doubt.
exactly.
This is your effort man.
He's your effort man.
Effort man with a little bit of X factor.
A little bit, a lot of bit.
I think he was the man carrying the team without Cleary.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
It wasn't
100%.
Luai.
Wasn't
No.
anyone.
No,
but
Luai's
him.
trash.
Yes.
And maybe with Taylor May back in the team, Brian To'o will get a bit of ball.
I know he hasn't been doing. He's been very quiet because they haven't been getting it out that side. They've been favouring that Tonga Taruva, and they will this week because, like I said, that left side, that's where Sharks scored all their points, and Tonga and Taruva against Chester and Valame.
See, I don't get why the Panthers do that. I've been noticing over the last few years as well, but they'll focus on To'o's edge for certain games, and then for like 4 or 5 games after that, anywhere between 2 to 4 games after that, they're just going to the complete opposite side, and To'o's getting no ball whatsoever.
I know it's hard because and even it doesn't help with how Luai plays. He grabs the ball, dummies about 7 times, and steps all the way back over to the right side.
Yeah,
He does it so much, and hopefully Cleary tidies that up.
that's your best boy. It was your best man at your wedding, and you know the bro outside you can score like 80
Early
to 90%
ball.
of the time. Early ball, 100%.
May and Tor, early ball. They could just run straight and hard and bust 3
So
tackles.
why are
easy.
you not doing a Bulldogs and just feeding that fucking edge every single time, knowing that you're gonna? I mean, the first year that they won, To'o had the most tries scored for that season or
He's a
something.
beast.
Absolutely incredible.
So obviously, I've watched a fair bit of Jerome Luai's game because he's coming to the Tigers, and the way that he breaks down defenses against the big teams like your Melbournes, your Roosters, your Broncos, like the way that he breaks it down and the way that they shift their defense, that's why he keeps going back off the left because their defenses are so in sync and so well at sliding that it disrupts, and then he scores back on the inside. But he needs to have a bit of variation when he's playing different teams,
exactly.
and that's where I feel like that he doesn't sort of open them up, and it feels like he's just sort of wasting it.
I think it's that early ball. Honestly, like you're saying that, the defenses shuffle. That's the thing about Tor and May. They're strong. If you had someone like Charlie Staines out there, you're gonna step back. Okay? But you're hitting May or Tor a bit earlier. They just go hard, straight and hard, maybe break a tackle or 2, quick play the ball, and you're taking it out to that right side.
Yeah, they're all afraid of risk because, like even Charlie Staines, give him early ball with space because he's got a bit of pace.
Yeah,
about him.
exactly.
But like your Cobbos, your Mays, your Tungors, like your Bradman Best.
Yeah, exactly.
Like feed your centers early. They're basically
exactly.
the size of them now. They're a second rower, but they've got a bit of speed and they're a bit wider. Just stop being so scared to just
put some trust.
Stop running your silly block plays with your forwards running through the line. Just put the ball out early. Let them do their thing.
Exactly.
School footy.
I'm right there
School
with that.
footy.
I'm backing you up with that.
Right, let's get on to the next game. Dolphins up against the Knights. This is a very interesting game. Obviously, no Kalen Ponga. David Armstrong comes in. Exciting young man. Looked very, very good in the trials. Hastings and Gamble are the halves pairing again. It's back to what they were. Trey Fuller gets his another shot in the fullback position. Yeah, this game could go either way. This is another great game. Oren Keeley keeps his spot on the bench, and he actually looked all right when he came on for the Dolphins. Actually set up a try. Jared Wallace, I don't know what he's done to Wayne, but he's barely getting a look in. Oh, extended reserves bench. This man I loved all of last season for Dolphins. Connolly, Lemu. He got injured in the first game.
Lemuelu,
He's so good.
He's on.
He's so good. I love that guy. I reckon they'll give him another run in the Q Cup this week just to get a bit more fitness. But don't be surprised if he comes on late.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Nah, I don't have much to say about that. It's about the same looking team. Yeah, Dan Gagai comes in, but
I'm interested to see Trey Fuller again. He really, really impressed me last week. He was on form, didn't miss a tackle, 28 years old, finally getting his first break in. The Dolphins fought for him to come into the side, obviously to replace a huge hammer that is, almost irreplaceable. If he has a good game, though, this week and kills it again, what's happening? We're talking about this off camera. Hammer comes back into the side. Is he going into the centres and they keep Trey Fuller in the fullback position, or are they just dropping Trey back to Q Cup and putting Hammer back in there, and Trey's just like, okay, there's my 2 games at 28. There's the glory. Done.
how fast is Trey Fuller?
Or is another team looking at him now and being like, yo, he's
No, I said last week. I think his pace is not far behind Hammer.
Well, if it's that case, you do watch Hammer's game, and or in all honesty, yeah, okay, he breaks the line a couple of times, but he's a supporting player. He's always in the right place at the right time. If Trey Fuller can do that to maybe close to an extent as Hammer, you're not losing much back there.
For a 5'7" fullback, all right, whatever, 80 something kilos, 98 kilos, something like that, and tackling
It's not
those
98. I'll give
No,
you a hot
wait,
tip.
88, maybe that was
78.
it. Oh, 78.
Yeah, I'd go
Mate,
78.
For a 5'7" fullback at 78 kegs, tackling those big 6 foot plus players at 120 kegs, the way he was in the weekend, like how is he not? How is he not part of the
You're
conversation?
not wrong. But
We know Hammer can play centre.
Yeah.
If the Dolphins keep putting big score lines on, absolutely keep him there.
Yeah.
You want to get as many as your best players on the field in positions that they can play.
yeah, he's-
I thought he brought a different kind of energy to the field that I haven't seen in a while from a player that is that old coming into his first ever NRL game. I thought it was a much different energy than what I've ever seen in the past.
I just behind the scenes, there's all sorts of little ratchet clauses and stuff in people's contracts, and I feel like that they have to play Hammer at fullback.
I wouldn't be surprised.
At a certain amount of games. So
But yeah,
Yeah,
it's definitely a one to
if you're
watch. for
Trey,
Trey
obviously you
Fuller.
don't want to see your mates get hurt, but fuck, you're wishing he stays.
yeah, but then
It's-
also Hammer's going to do Origin, so he'll get some more
There's more
opportunities there.
opportunities, yeah. And
It's
like,
a good way to shop him around if they don't want to give him a position. And I'm sure that he would run on and play wing
yeah,
if he had to. Anyway, on to the last game.
Oh.
I do believe it is the last game. Raiders up against Sharks. Oh, look, I got to stop doubting the Sharks, I guess. The Sharks are on top and flying. Just they made it to the top of the ladder by flying under the radar. Like no one was like, "Oh, the Sharks are on this year." Like obviously everyone put a line through them after, and I keep bringing it up, and I'll continue to bring up the absolute pacing from the West Tigers. But now they're just they're just on like they're obviously missing old Tricky Trindle this week, but my man Daniel Atkinson, who is a star of the future, comes in. Also, Cade Dykes has been named to extended reserves bench. I don't know, just to fill a spot, I guess. Yeah. Who we got? A few ins in the Raiders team.
Hapuate's back on the extended, so maybe he comes in early after. Obviously,
the cooking incident.
Yeah, the burn. Nah, it's not even a cooking incident. That's a burning
how
incident. That was.
we downplayed that, bro.
We didn't know.
I felt so bad after laughing about it and then seeing. I was like, oh.
Facts.
And obviously, KO Weekson, which should be nice, but not much to say.
Trey Mooney, did he play on the interchange last week?
I think Trey Mooney's played a couple of games this year.
Oh, I thought either this was his first game of the year or last week was.
Yeah, I think he's played a couple.
Chevy
Nicholas
Stewart?
Hines, I reckon he's got to do a lot.
Nico Hines.
A lot with no Trindle.
Also, I mean, it looks like he's in the pole position to get a blue jersey again. And not a Sharks one, a New South Wales one. Who else is playing besides Nathan Cleary? Like Cody
That's your
Walker.
5'8" halfback.
Cody Walker's
no chance.
No chance.
garbage.
Garbage.
Garbage. It's French.
No,
François.
no, oui.
Oh, if he keeps playing the way he is, he'll probably end up with his career playing in Catalans in France.
No.
Or bloody follow his man Joey Manu over to French rugby.
Yeah.
Probably won't play on
Is
the
your
same
brother-
team.
What?
Verblitz.
Did he go to France?
Who?
Joey Manu.
Oh no,
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 don't
he's
even
Ja-
Japan.
Japanese. Sorry, mate. Someone
sorry.
else. Someone's over there, mate. Sammy
They're all over
Radradra.
there.
I
They're
don't
all
know.
over there.
Who knows,
But
mate?
yes.
And Chevy Stewart, he copped it a bit last week, but mate,
It is what it is.
mate, this brings me. This is the last game, and it also brings me to a new segment that I want to do. It's just quotes about sort of related to life and also related to rugby league. Like maybe you've got a quote, but I already got one in the bag. So, and this is actually relates to Chevy Stewart. That's why I just popped back into my head. So, obviously he had a. It's like the old dust yourself off, like get back up. But it's like if you're not moving forward in life, you're standing still. It relates to life and rugby league. It's my quote of the round. I don't know if you boys have got any quotes in the bag that could relate to life and rugby league.
That's a good one.
Absolutely, it is. But hey, have one clocked and ready for next week, boys.
Well, I already said mine last time. I already said my one.
I got one. Live, laugh, love.
I can't say what I'm
Don't ever do
thinking
that
of.
again.
Yeah.
But I got a question for the team. Now, there's a question that's come out from the NRL to the NRL, sorry. Should the NRL start microchipping balls
Yes.
to detect forward passes easier?
Yes.
Is this going to waste more time? Is this going to be like the bunker's going to be having more jobs to do when they can't even do the jobs they have already properly? Or
Look, how can you rule a knock on that a ball has travelled forward from a hand or something like that, and then you can't rule on a forward pass? It's the same damn thing. The ball is travelling forward from a hand. A forward pass and a knock on is the same thing. We've got the technology. Put it in. Because you know what? In 10 years' time, and it's done, people will just be like, oh, yeah, that's what we do. Like,
It's normal. Yeah.
yeah. Back in the 90s. But what the hell is a bunker? Like,
so this technology is just because if you put a chip in the ball, so you need a way of being on the sidelines to be able to track that to show it's not a forward pass. What's the difference between a straight camera angle and looking straight on to just having a chip in a ball with a couple of sensors that follow up and down the sideline?
yeah, but the sensors are like, at like Australian Open with like they track it and they're like where they land on the thing like that. It's better. You can't have a camera on every sort of line that want to be out of line. Like, oh, this guy's sort of this hard cam's from here. This guy's on a when you're at the live games, you're watching some idiot on the poor cameraman on those little segways like going up and down. It's like maybe he's 10 meters behind. Yeah, I like it. Microchip technology.
Copy.
Put one in the ref as well.
Microchip in the refs. That's hilarious.
Mate, support the refs all the way.
We love the refs.
We love the refs, mate. They got a hard job. Like
One for the refs.
Obviously, there's a big contentious call that I didn't even talk about on a review show about Justin Olam getting tripped by Brad Schneider. Should have been a sin bin, professional foul. But like, you know what? I like that young referee. He just makes the calls as he sees fit. He doesn't doss around. That's why I like Casey Badger. She gets a lot of flack. Just commit to your decisions and just you know what? Bloody hell, you get something wrong. We all get stuff wrong in life. Just
Everyone's a critic these days. Everyone's a critic.
the Monday's experts. Anyway, speaking of Monday's experts, here's our tips.
Real experts.
Oh, yes. All right.
Real.
I'm so conflicted, but I'm happy to go first if you boys don't know where you're at. I'm going to throw everything at it this week. I'm still sitting here undecided about the first game. All right. My tips for this round. What are we? Round 8?
We are round 8.
Oh, look. Okay. Warriors, Titans. I'm going to take the Warriors.
Yep.
Very conflicted. Dragons, Roosters. I'm taking the Dragons.
What?
Not conflicted. I am
Slut.
conflicted. I am conflicted. Storm versus Rabbitohs. Holy dooly. The
He's going to
Storm are
bunnies.
going to put on 50.
Oh, should have gone the bunny.
Seagulls versus Eels. Now, the Eels have already beaten Manly this year, but it's at Brookie. I'm taking the Seagulls. West Tigers, Broncos. Mate, easy. The Broncos will win, but I'm tipping the Tigers.
At least he's honest. At least he's honest.
Easy win for the Bronx. But I'm tipping the Lozers.
Cowboys, Panthers. I have no faith in the Cowboys. Panthers, 13 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins, Knights. That is Dolphins all the way. Knights, you've lost me.
Yes, sir.
And Raiders versus Sharks. Oh, I don't think I've picked the Sharks all season, and they're on top. And you know what? I'm going to tip them this week, and they're going to lose.
Yeah.
Thanks,
bro.
Oh, I need a quick recap on that. So it was Warriors, Dragons, Storm, Manly, Tigers, Panthers, Dolphins, Sharks.
So all the favourites, bar the Roosters.
Frick,
Thanks, mate.
I don't know.
I said Tigers. They're clearly not the favourites.
Copy.
Damn, I need to
Mate,
switch it up.
hold on. Woo down. I almost said Titans. I'm so conflicted about that game. Like, I think the Titans are ready to win. I just like I can't.
I think if New Zealand's doing the biggest Anzac thing they
yeah.
possibly do, it's got to be the Warriors. They're going to be
Yeah.
hyped.
All right, who's going next?
I'll smash mine out.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going Warriors over the Titans, 100%. Definitely going the Roosters over the Dragons at Allianz as well, so it's a no-brainer. Storm over the Bunnies. I'll take Eagles over the Eels. I'll take Broncos over the West Tigers.
Oh, what?
Oh, who could have foreseen that? I'll take Panthers over the Cowboys, Dolphins over the Knights, and I'm taking Sharks over the Raiders. So I'm taking all the favourites this week, but no controversial things at the minute. I've got some ground to get back up on. Those are my tips. Thank you very much.
PB.
Gonna go Wars over Titans, Roosters over Dragons, Storm over Bunnies. I need to switch it up. I'm gonna go Para over Manly just cause.
Brother,
I know, bro, but I gotta change something. I gotta go Brisbane over Tigers, Penny Panthers over Cowboys, Dolphs over Knights, and Sharkies over Raiders. The only one that I could see being an upset is the Para Eels against Manly. That's the only one I can see being upset.
for me, it's two. It's Warriors Titans in that game there.
Well,
Yeah, so I'm going to get you to do your tips again because every time I cut the clip up, you're like rubbing your nose every time you do your tips.
nose-
I was gonna
It's
say
you
something, but I
right
didn't want
now.
to cut him off midway.
No,
It's
every
itchy
time I'm
right
like
now. I got hay
one time
fever
I had
right now.
one time I had to cut
brush
it.
through, just brush
One
through.
time I had to cut it because you were picking your
All
nose.
right. I got hay fever right now. Warriors beat Titans. Warriors over Titans. Roosters over Dragons. Storm over Bunnies. Eels over Manly. Broncos over Tigers. Panthers over Cowboys. Dolphins over Knights. Sharks over Raiders.
Yes.
My nose is itchy. My nose is itchy. What am I meant to do about
Tipping
that?
makes this man itchy. All right, I think that's I think that's it. I think that's what we got. I think that's anything else you boys want to add?
Nah, mate. Shout out to my good mate Owen. Love you, mate. That's
Yeah,
it.
comment down below, Owen.
Yeah, apparently he commented the other
Drive it.
week and he got he got a bad reply back. So he
Wait,
reckons
what?
What was it?
he thought it was passive aggressive. It wasn't.
He thought it was passive. Who was it? Who answered us?
Well, me. But what did I say?
I had no idea. I can't remember off the
I
top of my
don't
head.
know, mate. Yeah, comment on the YouTube. It pushes us out. Jesus, I don't know how many times I have to say it. Start commenting, you dogs. Anyway, that's enough. We'll see you next week. Say less.
And
Peace out. Say hi to your mum for me. I forgot to say that.
1, 2,
7-5.
1, 2.
1, 2.
We're done. Oh, my nose is so itchy.
Probably
Yeah.
every week.
Every